going on, Willow? It's okay.
And also, if you happen to have your phone on, if you wouldn't mind putting it on mute or silencing your phone. Okay, Carol Brown. Hi, Carol.
Good morning.
So we're going to start seated today. I'm going to take a blanket. You can sit cross-legged, or I'm going to sit in hero pose. So I'm going to place the blanket under my thighs to give me a little additional lift there, because it's too much on my knees to sit on just on my knees for that whole time. So whichever position you take, you want to have your knees just a little bit lower than your hips so that you have a forward tilt with your pelvis. You're not slumping back. And once you're comfortable, take a few deep breaths, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. And let's close our eyes. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Soften your belly. Soften your eyes. Gently open your lips. Find the natural rhythm of your breath. Breathing in and out through the nose. And let's begin to deepen our inhales. Inhaling into the soft belly. Exhaling, drawing the navel to the spine. Sometimes we set an intention in our yoga practice. It can be something as simple as returning to the breath. When your mind starts to wander, returning to the breath. Or it can be as grand as world peace. Making your yoga practice a moving meditation, a prayer. Yoga is our time to turn inward, to turn off the news, to turn off the chatter in our mind, and just be one with the moment, one with this breath and the next breath, one with the asana, staying in the moment. We live in a time where there's so much competition for our attention, and much of it is kind of depressing. Or just the ability to process all the information is a hard task. But coming into our yoga practice, we can just simplify down to this breath in this moment. Let's take 3 more deep inhales and complete exhales. And softly opening the eyes. I'm sorry, I've got a couple more people to let into class. Just a moment, please. Let's practice some alternate nostril breathing today. So we'll take our index finger and middle finger and place them on the forehead. And then alternately we'll close off one nostril with the thumb and the other nostril with the right ring finger. So let's take a deep inhale and complete exhale to begin. And then inhale again. And using your thumb, close off your right nostril and exhale through the left. Inhale left. Close that nostril, exhale right. Inhale right. Close that nostril, exhale left. And continue this pattern. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale. Let's do 2 more cycles, finishing with an exhale on the left side. And then bringing your hands to your lap, top of your thighs. Let's drop the head, the chin to the chest. Continuing your slow rhythmic breath. Let your heavy head bring opening to the back of your neck. And then lifting the head, let's bring the right ear to the right shoulder. Press down through the left palm. Hey, we got people. Okay. And coming back through center, let's change sides. So left ear, left shoulder, pressing down through the right palm. release. Let's rotate our palms forward, drawing the shoulder blades together, opening through the chest, through the heart. Exhale, head to chest, or chin to chest. Inhale, lifting the chin toward the ceiling. Exhale, shoulders come forward, chin to chest. Inhale, drawing the shoulder blades together and the chin toward the ceiling. Exhale, rolling forward, rolling the head down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Now let's inhale the shoulders up to the ears. Exhale. Press down through the palms. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. I'm bringing the arms into a T. Turn your right palm up and your left palm down. And we're going to move from side to side. And as you move left, you're going to turn your left palm up and your right palm down. And then move right, reverse the hands, right palm up, left palm down. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Pause. Bring those hands to the top of your thighs. And we'll inhale the arms out like you're lifting a chair. A chair, not a chair, a tray. And inhale, lifting the tray. Exhale, doing the breaststroke. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And now interlace your hands at the base of your spine, opening through the shoulders, and lift the chin, coming into a tiny back bend, and then drop the chin. Lift the chin, drop the chin. And now just roll your shoulders whatever way feels good to you. And release. Gently rotate the shoulders. And we're going to bring our legs, come out of your seated position and bring your legs into what I call a stag position. So you're going to bend your right knee and bring your left shin in front of you with the left foot touching the top of the right knee. And let's inhale the arms up and exhale, fold right. Feel an opening there in your left side body. And inhale to center. Let's exhale, folding left. Inhale, center. Exhale, fold right. Notice the difference between the two sides. Inhale, up. Exhale, fold left. And coming back to the upright position, take your right hand behind you and take an inhale, stretching your spine, and exhale, turn and twist to the right, twisting at the core, bringing your left hand to your right knee, looking out over your right shoulder. Back to center. Let's inhale and exhale, left hand behind you, right hand to left knee, looking out over the left shoulder. Coming to center. Inhale. Exhale, twisting to the right. And inhale, center. Exhale, twist left. And let's reverse the position of the legs. So coming through the center, we'll bend the left knee back and bring the right foot in front, right foot resting on the left knee. Inhale up. Exhale, lower the left hand, lean to the left. Inhale up. Exhale, fold right. Inhale. Exhale, folding left. Inhale. Exhale, fold right. And coming to center. Let's inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, taking your left hand behind you, your right hand to your left knee, and twisting to your left. And come to center. Inhale. Exhale, twisting right, right hand behind you, left hand on your right knee. Coming to center. Inhale. Exhale, twist left. And release. Inhale. Exhale, twist right. And release. Take a couple of breaths here. And we're going to make our way onto our backs. So set your blanket aside. And come onto your back with your legs stretched long. Let's bring our arms up overhead and take a big inhale. And as you exhale, reach through your fingers and press through your heels. Relax. Inhale. Exhale, reach through your fingers and point your toes. Relax. Inhale. Exhale, reaching the fingers, pressing out through the heels. And release. Bringing the arms back to the sides. Keeping your feet in a flexed position. Begin to just rock your heels forward and back. So as you rock the heels, the feet will flex and point. But as you do this, place your hands on your pelvis. And notice where you feel the rocking motion. Keep breathing. And change the speed. Rock the feet faster. And pause. Let's begin to bring both feet to the right. And then come through center, both feet to the left. Right. And just bring your feet from one side to the other. And again, place your hands on your pelvis. Just noticing where you feel this movement. And pause. And now let's press out through the right heel. Then through the left. So gently draw your knee back, your opposite knee, very slightly as you press out through the opposite heel. Place the hands on the pelvis. And just notice what's going on. And pause. Let's bend the knees, feet flat on the mat. And we're going to practice the spinal wave. So we inhale, rocking the pelvis forward, and exhale, rolling it back. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Simple movements that help to decompress the spine and work some of those smaller muscles. Let's add our chin. So as you rock forward, bring the chin to the chest, and as you roll back, lift your chin so it's pointing to the ceiling. And let's interlace the fingers behind the head with the elbows out to the sides. So we'll rock forward, chin to chest, and as we roll the pelvis back, we'll lift our head, bringing the chin to the chest. Rock forward, roll, rock, roll back, rock, roll, rock, roll, and release. Take your knees up over your belly and just roll from side to side, massaging the lower spine. And bringing your left foot to the mat with your knee bent, we're going to do a flow here, a small flow. Our right knee is now bent over our belly, and with the foot flex, we're going to extend the leg to the ceiling. The bottom of the foot is facing the ceiling. Then we're going to bend it again, and then point the toe and extend the leg. So bring it in, knee bent, flex the foot, press the foot toward the ceiling. Lower down, point the foot, extend. Pressing up and then coming down, pointing the foot, extend the leg. In, flex, out, extend. In, flex, out, extend. And now let's pause and we're going to switch it up. So we're going to point as we extend. Then as we lower down, we're going to flex and press out through the heel on the extension. So bring it in, lift and point, down, flex and push. In, point, extend, flex. Point, flex and extend. One more. Point, flex and extend. And let's change sides. So we'll keep the right foot on the mat. We'll lift the left knee. Let's extend and flex, pushing toward the ceiling. Now lower that leg, point and extend along the mat. Bring it in, press up, foot flex, lower, extend, foot pointed. In and up, flex, down and out, point. Flex, point. Flex, point. And now we'll change it up. So as we reach toward the ceiling, we're going to point the foot, and we bend and lower, flex. In, point, extend, flex. In, point, extend, flex. I don't know if it's just me, but it's easy to get confused. Point, flex, point, and flex. And let's pause for a moment, both feet on the mat. Take a couple of breaths. Let your knees rock from side to side. And now coming to center, keep your left foot on the mat and extend your right foot toward the ceiling with the foot flexed. And take your hands and interlace your hands at the back of your right side. So you're going to press through the heel, bringing the toes toward the shin. Breathing. Now, another option here you can try is to reach up and take a hold of the outer edge of your right foot. You can see if that's accessible to you. If the foot is not accessible, you could take a hold of the back of your calf or even wrap your arm around the back of your knee. And breathing. Let's lower down, right foot to the mat, extending the left leg, heel flexed, interlacing the fingers behind the left thigh, pressing out through the heel. And now that option to take a hold of the outside of the left foot with the left hand, or the calf, or the knee. How does that change the stretch? And let's lower the left foot to the mat. And take your feet out to the edges of your mat. So taking a wide stance with your feet. We're going to keep the left knee where it is, and we're going to bring the right knee in toward the center of the body. So rotating inward. And then bring that knee back to the starting position and rotate out. So bringing the knee out to the right side. In. Just hold it just a minute. Notice where you feel a stretch or tension. And then out. In. Out. As you bring the knee in, have the inner edge of your right foot in contact with the mat, and see how close you can bring your knee toward the mat. And then out. Opening out, now bringing it in. And then let's change sides. So the right knee is going to stay stationary, and we'll bend, rotate the left hip inward, bringing the side of the inner side, the inner edge of the left foot to the mat, bringing the knee close as you can to the mat, and then externally rotate out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Let's pause here, breathe. Now we're going to change this up a bit, and we're going to do both knees to one side. So let's bring both knees to the left. And you'll notice that the right hip is rotating inwardly and the left hip is rotating externally. So then let's bring the knees, both knees to the right. Just observe the changes as you move from side to side. Left, right, left, right. Probably notice the differences between your two sides. Left, probably tighter on one side than the other. Right, left, and right. And come to center for a breath or two. And then take a hold of your knees, one in each hand, and just gently rotate the hips, the femurs in the socket, in the hip sockets. And change direction. And bringing the feet back to the mat and crossing the left ankle over the right knee, flexing the left foot. Let's take an inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to do a flow here. So the inhale is here. The exhale, you're going to lift the right foot off of the mat and bring it towards your head. And lower down. So inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, lower down, exhale, lift. So you're engaging the core here. Now, if this is just super easy for you, try extending the right leg as you come down. So bring the knee in and then extend the leg. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Or just stay with the original. And let's pause. Couple deep breaths. and change sides. So right ankle, left knee. Inhale, lift. No, other way around. Inhale. Inhale, starting position, exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then that option to extend the left leg. And release. Let's walk the heels in close to the hips, arms alongside the body, palms facing up. And let's inhale and lift the hips away from the mat, bringing the chin to the chest, pressing out through the knees, opening the front body. And breathe. Slowly lower down. Let's do that one more time. Lifting the hips away from the mat. Option to interlace your fingers along the mat, bringing additional opening there to the shoulders. And slowly lower down. Let's bring the knees to the chest and rock from side to side. And then taking your hands to the back of your thighs, let's rock from top to bottom. Have fun with it. And then making your way to a seated position and then coming into tabletop. Let's curl the toes and press our hips back toward our feet, reaching toward the top of the mat. Bringing your forehead toward the mat. Breathing. Deep breaths. And then coming into tabletop. Hands directly under the shoulders, knees directly under the hips, fingers spread wide. And inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the chin and the tail. Exhale, rounding up. And flow into cat-cow. So you're rocking your pelvis back and then rolling forward as you come into cat. The same motion that we were doing in the spinal wave. This time bringing the entire length of the spine into the movement. take our hands a hand length forward, and let's bring this cat-cow into a flow. So as we inhale, we're going to bring the torso forward, heart between the shoulders, like lengthening through the front body, bringing the gaze to the ceiling. And exhale, pushing the hips back toward the feet. Inhale, heart between the shoulders. Exhale, pressing back. Inhale forward. Feel that bend at your lower spine as you come forward. Exhale back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale forward. And coming into this variation of cobra. So let's stay here for a few breaths. So you're extending the front body, you're bending the lower back, your gaze is up, your feet are pressing into the top of the mat. Breathing. And then pressing back to child's pose. And now coming back to tabletop. Let's take this tabletop into a sunbird flow. So this will bring the left elbow to the right knee on the inhale, and the exhale will extend. So inhale, elbow to knee, exhale, extend, and stay strong through your right shoulder. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. And now option to hold this. If this is too much for you, lower your foot and just keep the left hand, the left arm extended. Stay here for 2 breaths or more. Come out when you need to. Reaching through the fingers, pressing through the heel. And let's relax that. Take a couple big deep breaths. And then we'll change sides. So inhale, right elbow, left knee. Exhale, extend. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Hold the pose. Lowering your leg if that's too much for you today. Reaching out through the fingers, pressing out through the heel. And release. Now come on down to your forearms, keeping your knees in the tabletop position. Your fingers are spread wide. And we're going to take this into a dolphin pose. And from here, curl your toes. This is kind of a challenge pose. curl your toes and lift your knees off the mat. And then you can stay right here with your knees bent. You're getting plenty of benefit here. The other option is to extend your legs, pressing your tailbone toward the ceiling, lengthening the spine, pressing your heels toward the floor, and breathe. And lower down, breathing. So let's do that one more time. So curling the toes, lifting the knees, stay here. One option is to stay right here. The other option is to lengthen the legs, then bring the heels toward the floor. And release. Come on down all the way to the mat and stack your hands one on top of the other. Bring your forehead to the top of your hands and breathe. And now we're going to extend our arms out in a T shape. And we're just working that the shoulders there and the upper body. And we're going to do a stretch here to open the shoulders. And if you have shoulder problems or you need to baby your shoulders, you may want to avoid this one. So just staying here with your arms open and your forehead to the mat, you're getting opening in the shoulders. But the other option is to take your left hand and bend the elbow. So your elbow is at a 90-degree angle and you're pressing your palm into the mat or the floor. Then you're going to roll to the right. And now take your left leg, bend the knee, and place the left foot on the floor. You feel the opening there in your right shoulder. Release back to center. Extending the left arm. Now bending the right arm. 90-degree angle. And then rolling gently to your left. Not very far, just enough to feel opening in that left shoulder. And then bending the right knee, place the foot on the floor behind your left knee. And breathe. And release. Let's come back through tabletop. And press back into child's pose. Pressing your hips back towards your feet. You can stack your forearms. And breathing into your back body. And then let's make our way to standing. See if you can do it without using your hands. And let's find a wall or a chair. And with your feet parallel, your hands are going to come to the back of the chair or the wall. You're going to step your right foot back, and your right foot and your left foot are pointing in the same direction. And from here, we're going to bend our left knee as we press into the right heel. You're standing nice and tall. Your shoulders are over your hips. Your head is over your shoulders. And let's change sides. So we're bringing the right foot forward, stepping back with the left. And bending that forward knee, pressing the left heel into the mat or the floor. And release. Let's come to the center of our mat and have a block or a chair that you can place in front of you. And let's come into Tadasana. So your feet are hip width distance apart. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. Reach up to the back of your skull. Dropping your tailbone toward the mat. And find a place for your gaze that doesn't move. Breathing. Lift your toes. Lay them back down. Feeling your connection to the mat. Let's lift the toes again. Just notice the subtle changes in your body when you lift your toes. And then lower back down. Let's extend our arms up, reaching through the side body. And bringing the hands through heart center, let's fold forward. You can bring your hands to the shins or the feet or the top of the block. Letting your head hang heavy, shake the head, nod the head, yes, shake it, no. And let's bring the hands to the hips and press into the mat with your feet and come up with a flat back. And let's take that forward fold into a flow. So the block is there, or the chair, whatever you're going to use. You don't have to use them, but it's a good idea to use it. So inhale up. Exhale and bring your hands to the top of the block. And then we're going to inhale, lengthening the spine, lifting the chin. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale to standing. Hands to heart center, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center, and breathe. With your eyes closed, just observe what is going on in your mind and your body. Notice your heart, your breath, your thoughts. And opening the eyes, we're going to cross the right foot over the left. And then we're going to inhale up. And exhale, fold forward, bringing your hands to your block or your chair or to the floor, depending on your body. And now coming back to standing, let's change sides. So crossing the left foot over the right. We're feeling balance here before anything else. And if this just isn't working for you, keep your feet parallel to each other. So we're going to inhale. Exhale, fold forward. And release, inhale back to standing. And once again, closing the eyes. Just notice what's going on in your body and mind. And release. Let's all come to the top of the mat. Feet side by side. And we're going to step back with the right leg. The right foot is at an angle. We're going to square the hips. And then we're going to bend the forward knee. Coming into warrior one. You want to see your toes in front of your knee and feel the outer edge of your right heel in contact with the mat. And then option to extend your arms. Yoga is beneficial for flexibility and strength and balance, but it also helps to build agility, which is another quality we don't want to lose as we get older. It's the ability that you use to get in and out of the car or up and down off the floor or navigate the crowd in a concert or chase a ball on the pickleball court. And it draws together all those skills of flexibility, strength, and balance. So from here, Let's bring our arms down and bring them behind you with your arms slightly behind you with the thumbs facing forward. And then tilt your torso ever so just a little bit forward. So there's a line that runs from your right heel to the top of your head. And continue to breathe. And now let's go back to warrior one. And now straighten your forward knee and take your arms behind you at your lower back, taking a hold of your elbows or your forearms or your wrists. And then from here, we're going to hinge forward and come down over that left leg. Now you want to be careful here. You do not want to overstretch the back of your knee on that left leg. And if you feel that happening, you need to put a little bend in that left knee to prevent that hyperextension. And breathe. And let's come back to the upright position and take that warrior one once again. Arms extended. And now from here, we're going to lift the right heel as we straighten the left knee. And then from here, you're going to lift your right knee into stork pose. So balance, transferring the weight into the left leg. You can hold on to a chair here or the wall. Find a place for your gaze that doesn't move. And release. And coming to the side, the long side of your mat. Breathe. Take some deep breaths. And let's come into a wide-legged stance with our feet parallel to the sides of the mat. And then let's bring the hands to the hips. And then hinge at the hips as you push your hips back, coming down with a flat back, bringing your weight forward a bit in your feet. Inhale back to standing. Breathe. Now let's do that one more time. This time let's bring the arms out to the side. Always an option to take the hands to the hips. Another option is to bring your arms out to the side. So let's hinge at the hips, pushing the hips back slightly, and then coming down with that flat back. And then option to continue rolling forward, taking a hold of your legs or your ankles, your feet, wherever your hands reach, and letting the top of your head come toward the mat. Bringing your weight forward slightly in your feet. And let's bring the hands to the hips. Press your feet into the mat and come on up with a flat back. And bringing the feet together. Breathe. Let your shoulders come away from your ears. And let's turn back to the top of the mat. And let's take our left foot behind at an angle, right foot forward, square the hips. Let's bend the forward knee. And then option to extend the arms, lifting through the ribs. Now lowering the arms, taking the arms back behind the hips and tilting forward, thumbs forward. Now inhale the arms up. And now straightening that forward knee, taking your arms behind you. Let's hinge forward, coming over that right knee, right leg. Once again, you don't want to overstretch the back of that knee, so keep a little tiny bend in that right knee, just more energetically. Inhale to standing. And let's come back into the warrior one. And begin to lift your left heel off of the mat, transferring your weight as you straighten that right knee, and then lifting the left knee into stork pose. Don't collapse into your right side. Keep a nice long torso. Find a place for your gaze, your focal point. And release. And let's all make our way down to our mat. Taking your knees out to the edges of your mat and your big toes touching. Bring your forearms to the mat and take your forehead toward the mat. Breathing into the back body. Place one hand across your forearm across your lower back. And as you breathe into your back body, just notice the changing shape. And release. Let's come to a seated position on the blanket or a block. Just something to give you a little elevation. With your feet extended out in front of you, feet flexed. Sit up nice and tall, no rounding. And extend the arms and come down over your legs with a neutral spine. So you're hinging at the hips here. And then allow yourself to fold over your extended legs. Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. Wherever your hands land, breathing. And release. Let's bring the right foot beside the left knee and taking your right hand behind you. And you can have your left hand on your right knee, or you can wrap it around. Wrap your forearm around your knee. Let's inhale and exhale. Twist to your right. And let's change sides. So extending the right leg, bending the left knee, left hand behind you, right hand, right arm around the left knee. Inhale, exhale, twist. And release. Let's come on down to our backs. With your knees bent, then opening your knees out, bringing the soles of your feet together. Supta Baddha Konasana. And then bringing the knees together and extending your legs on the mat, palms facing up, feet falling open at the heels. You want to be comfortable, so maybe you need a blanket to cover yourself, or covering for your eyes. Closing the eyes. Relaxing into your mat. Relaxing the jaw, the shoulders, the hips. Breathing in and out through the nose. And I'll share a reading from Jack Kornfield's A Path with Heart. Picture or imagine that this earth is filled with Buddhas, that every single being you encounter is enlightened, except one, yourself. Imagine that they are all here to teach you. Whoever you encounter is acting as they do solely for your benefit, to provide just the teachings and difficulties you need in order to awaken. Sense what lessons they offer you. Inwardly thank them for this. Throughout a day or a week, continue to develop the image of enlightened teachers all around you. Notice how it changes your whole perspective on life. begin to deepen our inhales. And gently move your fingers and toes. And then slowly and gently bend the knees and roll over onto one side before pushing up to a seated position. And let's bring our hands together at heart center and bow our heads toward our hearts. Namaste.
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 Have a wonderful day, everyone.
Thank you, Janet.
Welcome.
Thank you, Janet. It was wonderful.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Janet.
Okay.